Good evening, neighbors and friends. Thank you for joining us tonight on this special occasion. It is special not only because it's the first reorganization meeting we've ever had virtually, but we have had the unusual occurrence of having had 4 swearing-in ceremonies. Congratulations to Kathy Wilson for winning her second term on the Township Committee, and congratulations to Bud Ravitz for winning his first election. I'm honored to be joined by Mark Jorphy as Deputy Mayor for Morris Township in 2021. Committeeman Peter Mancuso is entering his 20th year on the governing body, quite a milestone. The 5 members of the governing body all look forward to the day again where we can be sitting together on this dais and looking out at live faces in the audience. I am hopeful that that day is coming very soon. Thank you to Rabbi Moshe Herson from the Rabbinical College on Sussex Avenue for starting off our meeting tonight with some very thoughtful words. Tonight, I am honored to take the center seat on this dais as the mayor of this great town of Morris Township for 2021. In our form of government, the title of mayor is assigned annually by the Township Committee, so we usually have a different mayor from year to year. I thank my colleagues on the governing body for their confidence and support in me for leading us in 2021. This will be my 9th year serving the Township Committee and my 2nd as our mayor, being a steward of the public's trust. I have learned much in my previous 8 years on the committee and will utilize that experience to navigate through a year that will be difficult on our budget due to impacts from COVID. In my first term as mayor in 2019, I had promised our residents that I would try my hardest to implement the government values I had campaigned on. I believe I delivered on a good part of that, but there is still more to be done. I'm a believer in always working to improve oneself and trying new things. Just because you have done something the same way for a long time doesn't mean that you should necessarily continue in that manner. So this is my philosophy for Morris Township as well, and we will always work to improve ourselves in all the facets of our operations here. While the mayor might be front and center much of the time, it is truly a collaborative team effort by our 5-member Township Committee. We are each assigned oversight functions for the various parts of our municipal operations, and those responsibilities will be announced later tonight. Our team also includes our Township Administrator, Tim Quinn, who is the right-hand man for each of us. All 6 of us like to hear from our residents, and you can find our email addresses on our municipal website, morristwp.com, and clicking on the government tab. Also to be announced later tonight are the appointments to various boards and commissions that support our community. Thank you to the many people who volunteer their time to serve and your dedication to supporting your fellow residents. One of the many elements that makes Morris Township a great place to live is the quality of work of these volunteers that provide the boards and commissions they serve. These volunteers are also part of our broader team. From day one, when I started my first campaign over 15 years ago, I spoke about open government. To me, that is more than just better communication with our residents. It is also about engaging people and seeking their input when we need to make tough decisions. Our goal is to set a new standard in the way a municipality communicates and engages with its residents over multiple platforms and seeks their input about major initiatives in our municipality. Our Communications Standing Committee, led by Deputy Mayor Mark Jorphy and Committeewoman Kathy Wilson, did a fabulous job in 2020, raising the bar. The information-packed monthly summary of municipal events that comes out on the 1st of each month is an example of the improvements we have made here. But we all need your help. We ask that every resident sign up for our newsletter called the Municipal Messenger, so they are better informed of everything happening in our town. Residents can sign up on our website, morristwp.com. We are lucky to live in a town that is so well run. Our administration, our department heads, and our employees do a great job. Township Administrator Tim Quinn runs a very efficient operation. I see him as a combination of a captain steering a big ship and a mechanic who keeps that machine well-oiled on a daily basis. We are lucky to have him, and I am pleased that we have renewed his contract for another 3 years. And all the department heads are to be commended on their dedication and the great jobs they do on a day-to-day basis to provide the quality services that our residents have come to expect. 2020 was a tough year for our country, our state, and our town. I want to again thank our 2020 Mayor Kathy Wilson for all the hard work she put in. The pandemic made the job doubly difficult last year. Our local health department also deserves recognition for all the hours they put in guarding the community's health. While we all surely cannot wait to turn the page on 2020, I would like to review some of the accomplishments from this past year. Most importantly, we navigated COVID successfully and kept all our operations up and running. We held our municipal tax rate flat for the third year in a row. We renegotiated the development plan for the Marketplace Mall on the former Colgate site, a project that was approved prior to my becoming mayor in 2019. The mall will now include outdoor pedestrian plazas and a park, among other improvements that will benefit our residents. 2 important environmental initiatives were accomplished with the banning of single-use plastic bags and the implementation of an electronic vehicle ordinance that requires new commercial construction to have EV charging stations. In addition, there were many smaller steps taken to sustain and improve the quality of life in Morris Township. There are a couple goals that we did not reach last year, but we are getting close on. For our residents on the west side of town, the long-awaited quiet zone should be implemented in the near future. So many people who live near the train tracks have been waiting for many years for the train to stop blowing their horn at the Conroad crossing at the former Honeywell site. I am happy that peace and quiet is coming to your neighborhood very soon. For those of you on the east side of town, we finally have all the permits in place to build the long-awaited sidewalk on James Street. Our ultimate objective is to have connectivity for our residents to get to Morristown in one direction and the Ginty Pool and Field Complex in the other direction, as well as to Lewanika Park. Along with the work of our new Transportation Advisory Committee is doing, our ultimate goal is to get more people out of their cars and get them walking and biking to their destinations. As for 2021, we look forward to much continuing activity in our municipality. In addition to the James Street sidewalk I mentioned earlier, there will be several other sidewalk initiatives around town to make our community more walkable. Brand new tennis courts at both the Streeter and Ginty complexes will be ready for spring play, and we added a dedicated pickleball court at the Ginty complex as well. We're also adding a new playing field off Madison Avenue at the old Honeywell site. Our boards and commissions continue to do great work, including our new Transportation Advisory Committee that surveyed residents on their habits this past year, our Environmental Commission taking on multiple initiatives, our Economic Development and Advisory Committee looking to begin outreach to all our local businesses, and our Historic Preservation Committee continuing their work to document our local structures and preserve our vast history. Our Planning Board has a backlog of applications, which is a sign that our town is healthy and that people want to build here and improve existing structures. The new Marketplace Mall is now before the Planning Board and will hopefully break ground this spring, and we should have some new shopping opportunities as well as new community gathering spots for our residents by the end of the year. Additionally, Restoration Hardware will soon be presenting their formal plans to the Planning Board for their new development on Madison Avenue. A shared services study will be conducted with 5 surrounding towns, and an analysis will be done to see if we can all save money by sharing large, heavy equipment. I am personally heading this effort that I hope will yield savings to our residents and provide a positive budget impact. It would take far too much time to go through everything planned for the coming year, but I promise that we will keep residents fully informed on all of the initiatives. Again, please sign up for our municipal messenger and stay fully informed about the goings-on in Morris Township. We will also have one major challenge this year related to our budget. Like many businesses, COVID hit us hard. Revenues were down significantly in several key areas, such as swim pool membership fees, parking lots receipts, and local tax revenue. In addition, this year the state of New Jersey will be requiring large increases to pension payments from all municipalities to make up for the deficient state funding of our pension obligations. As many of you have heard, recycling is also an issue across the United States. We used to get paid for our recyclable materials, but this year it will actually cost us money to dispose of recyclable materials. A lower cost than disposing garbage, but a cost nonetheless. In addition, the cost of disposing garbage has gone up, and with so many people working from home and generating waste that would normally be disposed at the workplace, disposal costs have risen dramatically. There are other budget challenges which I will inform the public of over the next couple of months as we put the budget together. All told, we are looking at more than a $1 million challenge in our budget in the coming year. We have some ways to soften the blows, but it is clear that Mr. Mancuso and I, leading our finance committee, will have our work cut out for us. Fortunately, because of our conservative budgeting philosophy, along with the implementation of a fund balance policy here in Morris Township, we are better prepared for these financial revenue deficits than other municipalities. In closing, I would like to thank everyone who helped me get to this point by electing me to the governing body multiple times and having the confidence in me to lead our community. I look forward to your continued support as we work our way through the new initiatives this year that we have planned, as well as the budget challenges that we need to figure out. I am very much looking forward to being your mayor and working with the great group of colleagues I have on this township committee, as well as the excellent employees we have working for us in our town. We always try to have our residents' best interest in mind when we make any type of decision. We are here to work for you and with you to make our town a great place for all of us to live. While we are turning the page on a very difficult year that we would all like to forget, we unfortunately still have to deal with the coronavirus probably for another 6 months. When the time comes, I urge every one of our residents to make the personal decision to get the COVID vaccination. Until that time, we will need to remain vigilant with wearing our masks and washing our hands frequently, as tired as we all are of doing that. We are nearing the end of the finish line, and now is not the time to let our guard down. Stay healthy, stay happy, and here's to a successful 2021. Thank you.